Today, I want to talk about how important tomorrow's game is. The Chicago Bears' path to winning 10 games this year and potentially competing for a playoff spot. I've spent a lot of time this week watching film, looking at the Packers, Lions, and Bears, trying to figure out what this team needs to do in order to get to the playoffs. What if we lose against the Giants? What if we can't beat the Packers? What if we can't beat the Lions? What if we can't beat the Lions, Packers, or Eagles? Guess what? We can still win enough games. But I am a believer that there's no such thing as a must win game at this point of an NFL season. But the three games I think the Bears need to win the most going forward are the Giants, Vikings, and Browns games. Taking the NFC North is going to be a tall task. But competing for a wild card spot, playing meaningful football in December, should at the very least be a priority for this team. They need playoff experience. They need to play against good teams and in games that matter. They're still young and learning how to win in this league, but our schedule does not get any easier the rest of the way. We can make predictions all we want, but the bottom line here is really this. Heading into tomorrow's game, the Chicago Bears are 5-3, and they're facing a 2-7 Giants team at home. This is a winnable game and a game that the Bears should win. We are favored in this matchup. Caleb is on pace for 4,000 yards, and the Bears are listed as in the hunt when the NFL shows off those playoff graphics. But we can't overlook the Giants. We've seen trap games in the NFL. They happen every single week. The Giants might only have 2 wins, but one of them came against last year's Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. And we just saw the Panthers beat the Packers last week. It happens all the time in the NFL. You do not overlook teams. And the Giants have an X factor. They have one of the best defensive lines in the entire league. And even though they've only won 2 games this year, this is a game where, again, the Chicago Bears need to take care of business, and I expect Ben Johnson to have them ready. But really, this is the situation we're in. If the Bears win, their playoff odds are going to go up significantly. If they lose, they're going to decrease significantly. But really, what it comes down to over the next 9 weeks is that it doesn't matter what teams we beat. The Bears need to win 5 more football games. We're 5-3, and we need to get to 10 wins. 5 more wins in the next 9 games, and that should get us in the playoffs. So think about that. 9 games left, and we need to win 5 of them. The Giants are one of 2 games left that we have against a team that's below 500, meaning they've lost more games than they won. They're one of the 2 remaining teams on our schedule that have only won 2 games all season. One against the Giants and one against the Browns. Our schedule the rest of the season is really brutal, and every week is going to be a little bit different. We play 2 teams that are 4-4, the Vikings and the 49ers, but both of those games are on the road and are going to be tough. Then we face one team with 5 wins. We play the Packers, but we play them twice. We have 3 matchups against teams with 6 total victories, the Lions, Eagles, and Steelers. So winning 5 more games is not going to be easy. And there are going to be a lot of fans that want to give up every single time we lose. But I believe this team can get it done. And I believe we have a real shot at being a competitive team in the second half of the season. But it starts with this Giants game. Every single game going forward really matters. And guys, remember, we will not win all of these games, but hopefully we'll be a lot more competitive than we've been in the past. And maybe, just maybe, this team can stay in the playoff conversation, which has been very rare for Bears fans. Right now, it's too early to talk about taking the North. Let's just beat the Giants and then see what's next. How do you guys feel about this team after half a season? How many more games do you think they'll win? Let me know in the comments, and let's get that victory at home against the Giants. As always, I appreciate everyone who watches. Please remember to hit that like button for me. Stay tuned, and until next time, bear down.